Hey everybody, it's Will from simplesuccessfi.com. I want to make a quick video about who I am and kind of what the blog and channel are going to be about. So the blog's been up for about 30 days now, but the YouTube channel has still been in the works. So what can you expect from me? What can you expect from the blog and the YouTube channel? For the first 6 months to a year, it's going to be focused on finance. After that time, I should be able to start getting to real estate. My wife and I plan to do BRRRR investing. If you've never heard of that, it's B with 4 R's. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. It is a really good way for average people to build up a long-term wealth and passive income source in relatively short time. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you definitely want to stick around. I'm going to document our journey through from step 1 all the way through to financial independence with BRRRR investing. In addition to all of that, I plan to post my blog and YouTube channel journeys from step 1, right? So I was really inspired by Tom from This Online World. Tom did something really amazing. His first year of blogging, he actually posted his income and traffic and all the sources from that income for the entire first year. That was awesome. It really inspired me to keep going, keep creating. So I want to do the same for any potential viewers that I have that might be interested in starting and becoming an influencer on their own. Right now, every Wednesday, there will be a new blog post come out with a companion YouTube video. The YouTube video will really be the same content as the blog post. I might go in a little bit more in depth because I can talk, but it's also just a way for you to have 2 different types of media to consume should you want to. Eventually, I would like to go to twice a week, but my life will really dictate that, right? I have a new position I just moved into at work. I have a family, and I'm pretty busy already. So I'll start with once a week and catching up with a video for the older blog posts that I have on Mondays. Eventually, I may get to posting twice a week, new content twice a week. We'll see. So who am I? My name is Will, like I said. At this point, I don't really think you care about my last name, but I'm kind of testing the waters on all that stuff. So if you feel differently about that, let me know in the comments down below. I'm from Southeast Oklahoma, where it was a little bit like growing up in Justified, if you've ever seen that show. Full disclaimer though, I'm not near as good looking or as witty as Timothy Oliphant. I live in Central Oklahoma now with my wife and 2-year-old son. My wife is far better looking than me and smarter than me, and my 2-year-old son is already getting a personality and making it quite clear that we're going to pay for each and everything we ever did to a parent or teacher. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology that I sort of use in my career. I'm in the public sector. I work in logistics, project management, and management analysis. Yeah, I know that's a lot of stuff that people don't understand. Whenever I explain to people sort of what I do, I often have a flashback of How I Met Your Mother and Barney Stinson, please. But really, it can be boiled down to logistics and leadership, 2 things that I'm incredibly passionate about. And that's really what I'm doing here. I want to grow my sphere of influence. You know, being in leadership, I've already had a chance to see how every time I move up, my sphere of influence grows. And every time my sphere of influence grows, I'm able to have a positive effect on a wider and wider range of people. And as that has happened over time, you know, I've been in it long enough that I can kind of look back. I've seen a few things that I've done in the past come back, and I've seen the positive effects. And I promise you, if you are in this position, or you will be in this position, the first time somebody comes to you and says, hey, you did this, or you said this, or I saw you do this back 2 years ago, and now here I am in this position of success, or now here I am with a ripple effect of positivity and success on other people, that will mean the world to you, and it means the world to me. So I saw YouTube and online business as a way to grow that sphere of influence and really grow my sphere of positivity. I was drawn to finance already. Whenever I was younger, we were pretty poor. And, you know, now we don't get taught a lot about finance in our mainstream education. It's sad, but we really don't. The simple things, the basic tools that we should be being taught, we're not. And so there's a huge shortage of information, of knowledge out there in finance. And I've kind of seen that in my leadership role in my job. So the people that work for me, or even my peer group, often come to me once they realize that I have that information, just asking really basic questions. And I noticed over time that I was answering the same questions over and over and over. And I realized how big that shortage really was. So I started looking around, and there's a lot of information out there already. Whenever I first started looking at it, I was a little bit intimidated. There's already some great creators out there. A few of them have influenced me. But I realized that a lot of those creators are already at the end, right? They've already gotten to where they have achieved, or maybe they're almost there. And now that's a good thing, right? That's a proof of concept for you and I, because we know it's possible. That is absolutely a positive thing. The problem is that what did they forget from point A to point B that they don't remember to tell us? What was the pain point that they had? Even if it was a small one. What's that little strategy that would have helped them at the beginning that maybe me or you can figure out? And so that's the gap I want to fill. I want to lead you from point A to point B with me, and so that you can learn from all of my experience and I can share any of the tactics that I learn along the way. So, what are my goals as an influencer other than just my sphere of influence? You know, this video will probably not have a lot of viewership. It's not meant to. What this really is to hold some accountability for myself. If I post this now and I'm putting this in front of my potential viewers, I'm going to keep posting. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So I had a lot of insecurities about posting online, whether it be a blog, article, or a video. You know, I have this accent, comes from the small town, and I don't really like it. I actually really hate how I sound on video, and that's a bit of an insecurity. I'm a goofy looking guy with an accent, and I'm only 26 years old, so a lot of people don't care what I have to say. But I really got past all of that finally and know that if I just post, I'll keep posting, and maybe I can grow that sphere of influence. And you know, the fulfillment from this will most likely be personal for a long time, maybe forever. The likelihood of me blowing up and really making any money off of being an influencer is pretty darn low, but that's okay. If I can at least cover operating costs, which I can probably do with basic monetization and ads, and reach a few people with a positive influence, and maybe even convert a few people to the FI path, then I'll be absolutely worth it for me. So I'll give it a shot for 2 or 3 years. That's how long I've paid for domain hosting. If at the end of that 2 or 3 years I have not at least covered, operating costs, and I do not feel like I've reached anybody, I haven't grown my spirit, and I haven't done anything good for anybody else, then I'll give it up. Until then, though, I'll be here pushing on. So that brings me to, some things. Starting the blog had a learning curve. Alex and Lauren from Create and Go, thank you guys. I don't know how much time you saved me on launching the blog, but I have a feeling it was a lot. So if anybody else is interested in starting a blog, I would highly recommend their course. In the middle of it, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like there's something missing. It's all in there. There is just a lot to it. So everything you need will be in that course. I did buy the full course. There's 4 altogether and have already completed 3 of them. I would definitely at least recommend just the Launch Your Blog course at the beginning. Down below, I'll leave those links. They are my affiliate links, and I would not put them there unless I really believed in them. Next, Tom, I've already mentioned you, but I want to say thank you again. Really, all those posts each month, I went back and read them all in once. I just binge read them, and they really were inspiring and really got me to keep making new posts. Lastly, Jim and Ricky from Income School. I didn't find you guys until a little bit later in my journey to starting a blog, but you guys still have a ton of information. Anybody out there who is interested in this kind of stuff, you definitely need to go check them out. Next is YouTube. The blog already had quite a learning curve. YouTube is a whole nother beast. Besides just a monetary ceiling, because I wanted to do it right, I wanted to get some good equipment and a good backdrop to really put my all into this. The knowledge that it requires, the algorithm and everything, is just a whole nother beast. Graham Stephan, you have already been a great impact on me. And whenever I was contemplating becoming an influencer, I knew it was you who I really wanted to try to emulate. And whenever I found your course, I was super excited. I bought it back this spring. I commented on one of your videos about it, and because of work and everything, it just got back in the States. I'm just now getting to get started, but I really appreciate it. The course was awesome. I know you don't have an affiliate program, but if you ever do, let me know, because I'd definitely be a part of it. Anybody who likes finance, real estate, or you're thinking about starting a YouTube, definitely go check out Graham's channel. He has some really good stuff. Brian G. Johnson, again, I didn't find you until a little bit later, but your no BS guidance is honestly what most of us need. Thank you, and keep putting that stuff out. Sean Cannell, I don't know if I would have been able to get the camera set up without you. I really appreciate it. Your channels are awesome. Anybody who's interested in photography, video creation, or YouTube, his channels are Sean Cannell, Think Media, and Video Influencers. They're all fantastic, and you need to go check him out. Lastly, and it might be a surprise because they're not in my niche, but Blockhead and John Maxwell, you guys have been a huge inspiration. Full disclaimer, I have not been able to keep up with your content. I haven't even been able to get on my bike in like 2 months, but you guys were awesome for me. You showed me that if I have a passion and ideas and put it out there, that there would be somebody that might want to watch. So thank you guys and keep up with the awesome content. So thanks for watching to the end. Remember to leave a like and comment because it really helps YouTube know to push me to new people. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. If there's something that no one else is putting out that you want to see, maybe I can. If there's something you're having trouble with right now, a pain point that you cannot find information on, let me know and maybe I can do some research and help you out. I'm a new channel, so that's the kind of stuff I want to be doing. Thanks, and I'll talk to you guys next time. It took me 5 times to record this video. I keep on having something wrong with audio. Am I the only one this kind of stuff happens to? 5 times. Some sort of weird interference and it just cut. Is it testing? Okay, it's recording now. It's bedtime. Whew. Testing, 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 testing.